guys, I'm Millabout, and today I am going to be playing Happy Birthday in every mode of the major scale. So to start with, we're going to play it in Mixolydian mode, because that's actually the mode that it is originally in. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, that just sounds exactly what you expect. You know, your brain is used to that version of Happy Birthday, so it's going to sound good. But also, it does have a major tonality. It does sound very celebratory, very happy. So yeah, we're now going to put it in the first mode of the major scale, which is the Ionian mode, which is just the major scale. So here we go. And that somehow feels like an even happier version of Happy Birthday. You know, it's somehow more cheerful than the original. It does feel very, very strange and wrong and odd to us because it doesn't sound like what your brain expects to hear from such a well-known song. But I think it does definitely sound happier because we're taking away that bluesy flattened seventh note. So yeah, now we're going to put it into the second mode of the major scale, which is the Dorian mode. And this is a minor tonality mode, so this is going to sound quite different. So yeah, that sounds pretty dark and dismal, doesn't it? So in the Dorian mode, we have a flat 3 and a flat 7. So the flat 7 just sounds normal because that's what's in the Mixolydian node, which is the original. But the flat 3 makes it sound really like minor because it is a minor third and really dark, and it's quite interesting. And it's kind of interesting how just one note can really change the feeling of the whole piece. So yeah, excuse me. And now we're going to move into the Phrygian mode, and this one is going to be sounding quite dark because the Phrygian mode has a flat 2, a flat 3, a flat 6 and a flat 7. So yeah, that sounds pretty dark, doesn't it? But it's surprising to me how happy it can still sound, even with all that minor tonality. Because there's not that semitone between the 3 and the 2 anymore, the minor 3 and the 2. It doesn't sound as dark to me as Dorian, although obviously there is still that bigger jump between the 4 and the 3, which gives it that monotonality. But to me, that one actually doesn't sound hugely as dark as I thought it was going to. It's not too bad at all, and it's quite interesting to me. I think I quite like that. I think if I had to choose my favourite of the modes to play it in, other than the original, I think that Phrygian would be the one. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next mode of our major scale, which is the Lydian mode. And the Lydian mode has a sharp 4 but no other changes. So this one's going to sound quite happy. It normally sounds like a little bit floaty, but we'll see how that happens with Happy Birthday, because Happy Birthday is quite like a bouncy piece. It has not really staccato but definitely not legato phrasing. So we'll see how that feels. That was quite interesting. It didn't sound as happy as the original Mixolydian, and it didn't sound as happy as our Ionian mode either, but there's definitely a happy tonality because it is still a major scale, but the 4 being raised there I think actually added in quite a bit of discomfort. I wasn't hugely happy about it. I didn't really like the sound of that. It didn't feel floaty. Normally Lydian feels a little bit more floaty than that, and I found it was a little bit uncomfortable. Probably one of the more uncomfortable ones, strangely, as it is not as dark as some other ones. Okay, so we're going to move into our next one now, and we're going to skip Mixed Lydian, which would be the next mode, because that was the original mode. So we're going to skip Mixed Lydian. Sorry, that was a fly. We're going to skip Mixed Lydian and go straight to Aeolian, which is also our natural minor. So Aeolian mode has a flat 3 and a flat 6 and a flat 7. So here we go. This is going to sound quite dark. So yeah, that sounded pretty minor, pretty sad, pretty dark. It still has that bouncy feel, so it doesn't feel as sad as perhaps a more legato line would within that mode. But I still don't think it's something that you'd want to sing at a celebratory occasion, like someone's birthday. It might feel a bit insulting if someone sang that at your birthday. So yeah, we're going to move into our final mode now, which is the Locrian mode. And the Locrian mode is probably going to sound the darkest because it has a lot of flattened notes in it. So it's got a flat 2, a flat 3, a flat 5, a flat 6 and a flat 7. So this is going to sound really, really dark. So yeah, let's have a little listen. So yeah, that was very dark, very discordant. Definitely not something that I would sing at someone's birthday, but I actually quite liked it. I found it quite interesting, with a different rhythm. I think that could be a really beautiful piece of music. So anyway, yeah, that's all our modes. That's Happy Birthday in all the modes of the major scale. Just to give you a little idea of what they sound like and the sort of way that they can alter a piece with a piece that's very, very familiar to you. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.